We can view these images in a few ways. Selecting the image green lets us know that image is what we want to work with. Selecting it again will deselect that image and take the green highlight away. Holding the control button, we can select multiple images to view. When we have the images up that we would like or selected in green that we would like, we can then click the View Images button. That will bring these up for comparison, whether from today's study or from previous studies. We can then manipulate each image via making sure that that green highlight goes around the image. From here we have a number of image manipulation tools. If we would like to use a single image, let's choose this one. We can fine-tune some of the exposure quality depending on how the generator's output was set. We can then use a number of tools via zooming, full screen, zoom ratios, rotating the image. So if we've taken the image in the wrong aspect ratio and it's upside down or sideways, we can always bring it back to the way we'd like to view, pointing the roots in the right direction. If we would like to arrange those images automatically, we would have to have multiple and then auto arrange. Manually arranging the images, meaning that we can move them around in however format that we would like. So we can then go through the study how we feel comfortable. We can measure things. We can annotate in several different ways. Lines, freehands, ellipses, squares, arrows. Some of these things we can choose by adding some pre-canned memos that can be dropped where we'd like. We can choose the color that we're drawing in. Some usually would like to choose a red or something that will highlight nicely. And we can also adjust the transparencies, line widths, and quality of those annotations, much like most Word documents and things like that. We can also choose to show or hide these annotations. When we are finished, we can deselect them, select the annotations at hand, and then deselect them as well. Deselecting our annotations button, our tools will go away. Our magnifying glass will give us a specific range of zoom. We can go directly over a specific area of pathology or anatomy and get a closer look in one particular zone. We also have adjustments for that. We can change the size of the magnifying glass, the amount of zoom, and colorization or inversion. Now these guys, a high contrast or a negate effect. So a high contrast effect will give you a different look. So here is a high contrast feature in the spotlight. Here is our negate feature in the spotlight, where we've changed everything that was dark to light and light to dark. This is a wonderful way of tracing down the periodontal ligament spaces. They really highlight out white, and especially in a case like this where we have a very young dog, we can see where his apex will be when he closes off. Colorization. Now with colorization, we can see about 50 shades of gray. With colors, we can see about 60-something thousand, I do believe. So in this case, when we do have a particular area of interest that could be changing subtly, we will be able to see those color patterns change easier than we can the black and white. So in this case, the areas of zero bone have a red or dark color. The areas of densest bone, we're going to get to the dark greens and blues. So we can see where we start to lose bone in some areas and where the red is infiltrated. The blues are the thinning and the green are the densest bone. So we can start to see those changes very subtly in some areas rather than with our black and white. And then back to our no effect circles. Close that. Cropping the image. This is usually better for when we have an uploaded photograph. And in this case, we can show you how to import. Let's come and import an image. In this case, we'll take a photograph from today, and we can bring him in. And all I did there was we select import. That will bring up our Explorer. In this case, we've can choose an image of one of the skulls. Here, let's use this one because it could use some cropping. We'll import him in there, and there he is. We can open him up, and now we can use the crop image feature to crop out only what we'd like. We can then change its contrast and such as well. So all those same image manipulation tools are available to you. Now we have the manipulated image and the original image. Create a copy of this image on the screen. This will double that guy up so we can manipulate one a lot if you'd like. And print selected or print all images. So this is going to pertain to the ones that are here in particular. We can print in other ways as well. So if we'd like to print from the view screen, we will print just this image in one big screen. Negating the image entirely, kind of like what we talked about before with the magnifying glass, as well as the colorization tool. Embossing the image will give you some of preset tools with different contrast settings and different bone density profiles. Some will pick up a little more soft tissue, some will pick up a little more hard tissue, depending on your preferences. And these are our preset assigned settings. So they start and stay at our midline settings where we'd like to keep them. If you'd like to change any of these settings, we do recommend you getting with one of our technicians to help you. We can reset the original image as well, but this will remove all the filter settings, etc. And then the image overlay information. This is for DICOM image information for usually when we're sending to packs. Our technicians as well will set this stuff up for you so the image information is proper for where it goes, where it needs to go. That's viewing.